Um, Hi guys. Hello, welcome. If you're just joining my live, welcome. Um, I wanted to take a moment to spend some time conversing with you guys, just letting you know my story and what actually drives me. Because some of you may know me as Ibo Amaka, the girl that is always showing up and teaching people like how to dance, Igbo cultural dance, but I wanted to take a moment to share the story behind it, like what led to my journey, what my journey has entailed so far. Um, Hi, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Sandra, aka Wamaka. I I migrated about 10 years ago to the US, and ever since then, my journey has been an amazing one. I've loved every bit of it. Um, yeah, so today let's talk about dance. Dance, 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 dance. Yes. I'm hoping you guys would be going on break soon so we can all have a nice chat and please feel free to ask me questions if you have any. In the meantime, I'm just going to continue with my story and what actually led to dancing itself. So honestly, I've always been one that loved to dance right from day one, but I didn't think it was something I would be doing when I moved to the US. So I started dancing first in my room. I would freestyle and post online. I was just doing it for fun. And then all of a sudden my friend saw me doing it, and then she's Indian, and she was like, hey, you know what, every time I watch you dance you're always sweating, so why don't you just teach me how to dance, and that way I can lose weight too, because I've been meaning to lose weight. I was like, okay, no problem, let's do this. And yeah, so that's how we started dancing. But I didn't think of cultural dance as a thing, because what I was teaching her then was just regular African dance, a mixture of hip hop, Beyonce vibes, just so that way she can enjoy her time with me. And then she started inviting people in school. Then they would just donate or maybe buy me groceries or give me gifts. That was basically my payment, because in the US when you come in as international students you're not allowed to work. So yeah, like I said, I was just doing it for fun and just having fun. And lo and behold, she told her Indian association about me, and then they decided to have me on board, perform at their event. So the Indians were like the most populated in my school. If you have their attention, you've had the school's approval already. Like the whole school would definitely know you. So it was fun. That was very kind of her and thoughtful for her to have done that for me. And yeah, my popularity grew through that. Like people knew me as African dancer. She's always dancing. Um, every now and again they'll call me up to teach them Zumba. It's kind of like Zumba, but I wasn't like Zumba certified. I was just doing my own thing for fun. And yeah, it just made me realize that, okay, growing up in Nigeria, like if you know anything about Nigerian culture, really people look at dance as just a hobby, or if you're doing it professionally, they have a way they put you in a box. Nobody takes you seriously. I can't just wake up one morning and tell my father that I want to be a dancer. Seriously, like it's a different ball game. But I over the years I've come to realize one thing: dance is a language, and I'm happy in recent years that people are starting to see the importance of dance in the society. It is a language, it's something that we celebrate. We use it to grieve, we use it to worship, we use it to communicate, we use it to lose weight. Like dance is a therapy on its own that people over the years have overlooked. But I'm glad, like in recent times, like it's starting to gain the fame that it deserves. You open TikTok, you open Instagram, like people use dance to sell their products, to advertise their events, to get customers to their businesses. It's wild. It's wild. And um, I don't want to digress from my story, but I just wanted to point this out that if you've been stuck in many years ago, like the old African mentality of dance being for unserious folks or people who were dull at school, who can't make it in life and just they didn't have a choice but just to pick whatever hobbies they have. You have to change that mentality because dance is good and it should be for everybody and anybody really. Um, I grew up like watching women, dance at Owambe's, all the parties. You just see women, especially our mommies and aunties, like they just do their own thing. But the ones that would usually stand out are the ones that do it with confidence. Not necessarily that they get the steps correctly, it's just the way they would execute the step with confidence. Those are the ones that would usually stand out to me, and people will notice and hail and things like that. So I just sat down and I absorbed most of that. And by absorbing, I didn't think I was going to use or implement those tools when I moved out here in America and decided I wanted to dance on the side. So I kid you guys, over the years, I've come to realize that stepping on stage and dancing is 70%. I know a lot of people argue with me, but it's to me, I feel like it's 70% knowing the routine. No, I take that back. 50% confidence, 30% or 20 to 30% of you being able to tell the story or convey the message you're looking to convey, and then 10 to 20% of you executing the steps correctly. Yes, we've definitely grown from that girl knows how to dance, she knows how to moonwalk correctly, to that girl is telling a story and I can connect and feel her vibes from here. So if you're a dancer or you agree with me, you can kind of see where I'm coming from. Like initially, you know how people will just come in and dance and show their steps and they will get the crowd cheering on. Now, if you know the step and you have zero ability to tell a story through your dance moves, you barely get people standing or giving you the respect that you deserve. No, no. Um, Now let's bring it back to corporate America in general. So I went for a conference, right? And somebody in the conference needed people to stay alive and awake. They were actually looking for something fun to throw in, but I didn't think dance would be the solution to it. Lo and behold, it separates. I mean, somebody like referred me and forced me, sorry, into teaching the attendees dance. They're like, hey, just come out and show them a small step and let everybody do it, and then we'll have like a competition at during the lunch break. You know, we had a breakout session. They incorporated that into the event. We had a breakout session. I felt the few persons that were interested in learning African dance, and then during our so-called competition, just keep everybody awake and keep the whole conference lively. We decided to throw in that battle, and guess who won? The Africans. Yes, I was surprised. Like everybody loved it. They loved the idea, and yeah, I kid you not. Like dance is. It just made me realize the power of dance. Like it actually helped me get seen. I mean, I was able to talk to people that I would never imagine talking to. I mean, I went for a conference, and the conference is all serious, uptight. people with degrees, people with experiences, and then you from nowhere, you come out that you want to dance. Like, seriously. But it actually broke the ice. It was a huge icebreaker for me. And then let's talk about the stories behind the whole dance. So when I started like performing at weddings, um, in fact, I remember my very first wedding performance. One of the vendors walked up to me and said, "Hey, you don't look stressed. Like you're not shy or anything." I just looked at him. I was like, "Why should I be? I'm here to entertain. It's about the guests. It's not about me. I'm here to tell a story through movement. So why should I be shy? I'll tell my story, and if I'm able to connect with one person, I'm fine." And so that definitely worked. It has always worked throughout the years, like telling the story, focusing more on the story, focusing more on how to cheer people on, how to make them connect with the piece that I'm showing them. So yeah, I'll say like to me, African dance starts from within. It starts from being able to connect to the song, and then slowly you, the audience watching, get to feel it from the outside. But it starts with the dancer being able to connect with the song and connect with the story they're trying to tell. So yeah, like I said, I wanted to come out here to actually talk about dance and how dance actually saved me in America, so you guys would understand. I don't know if there are like-minded people who have ever felt this. But if you have, I would like to hear from you what your story has been. Like, let's connect, let's create. I would like to see what, or hear from you to know if you've actually experienced what I've experienced so far in America. Like, it's been an icebreaker for me. I've been able to get into rooms that I never would have thought of through dance, which is performing at corporate events, being able to break the ice, keeping people alive, keeping them happy and smiley and engaged. Yes, so just to dance. Um, in the meantime, let's see who is here. So I have a goal I would like to achieve during this live stream. So if you can help me achieve my goal, that would be awesome. I really want you guys to give me a super shot chat. Like, if you like my story and you want to hear more, just let me know. Let's see.